What up, YouTube? It's your brother Trey, man. So, this is just a bit of a chill stream, or a chill video. I'm just gonna update you guys on what I've been doing and where I'm gonna be going with stuff. Shit's gonna be transforming, and I know I keep saying that, but it is because right now, what I've been going through. It's the weekend update. I got fired from one of my jobs. Remember I told you guys I got 6 jobs? Well, I quit one of them. Ended up voluntarily quitting from another job. So that's 2 that I ended up losing. Kicked off to the curb. So that leaves me with my other job. I'm still working this other job right there. I didn't mean to flip y'all off. I didn't mean that. So I'm still working one job right now. Actually, I'm working 2 jobs right now. So the other 2, what were the other 2 positions? Was it just 5? No, because I gotta check. Concentrics. Oh, it was HBO. HBO, that's what I was gonna do. Okay, my bad. Yeah, okay, so I'll go ahead and tell you guys the other jobs that I ended up getting, right? So I ended up working for Concentrics. I was on an Apple support call center thing type of deal. That's what they got me for. 16 an hour, pretty good money, but I didn't want it because it was going to be too many calls. Too many calls, you guys. It wasn't going to give me the time to focus on editing videos or reading a book or even studying my courses on real estate or even just fucking like jacking off with some shit, just playing games, washing my dishes. I know that sounds crazy, but it's like I use those as examples because that's the importance, and that's why you should want to get a work from home job, is because you have the opportunity to do other things that you want to do. It's not just doing it for fun. It's not just doing it because you can. You do that, you get that out your system, do what you want to do. I smoked hella weed during my first fucking 2 years of working from home. And, you know, I did everything working from home and shit like that because it's just nice. But once you get out the system, man, you need to understand the reason why work from home positions are superior. It's not for fucking gas. Cool, gas is cool too. Yeah, that's just a benefit, it's a perk. But it's the ability to have the time to focus on what you want to focus on. Imagine you sitting on the work computer editing a YouTube video for your channel while you're at work, at your fucking job, on your office, on the front desk computer or some shit like that. What you think your manager's gonna say? What the fuck are you doing here, Jackie, Ronald? Well, why are you sitting here working on your damn channel? You need to be going back in there taping up those boxes. God damn it. Do those damn dishes. You know that steak ain't gonna cut itself. Those customers ain't gonna serve themselves. Like, you know what I mean? And so it's like, it's that right there that I value. And I knew, this is what I've been working on for at least 2 years, you guys, was the value of working from home. Those little minute, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes you have a day at a time, those little ways of rushing and production at your job when you're doing something, when you're supposed to be doing something at your job. Then there's so many downtimes. I can literally just roll back, reach over. Oh, so that's the reason why their origins vanished into the mysteries of time. It wasn't until after the incident that in Genesis that Abraham told God. You know what I'm saying? So it's like shit like that, you know? Or I could just come over here, fucking edit a book, or I could do something as simple as smoke some weed. It is not even to brag what it's about. It's about your health, man. You gotta have these things that reset you. So much of the day that you're putting your mind and energy towards, your focus, your attention, right? Your attention is like a meter. Attention and focus are like meters. Like a health bar, magic bar, HP bar, stamina bar. Fucking attention is one of those things, you guys. You can only focus and be attentive on certain things at a time before you move on naturally to something else. And that's one of those things that surpasses us from animals. That's what that right there. Actually, I'm just blowing my mind with this shit, you guys. I'm going down the rabbit hole with this because it just made me think about that. You guys, it's like, We are animals. That's something I say all the time, right? I always think about if someone's going to challenge me in public or something, be like, oh, so you think men and women are animals? You think women are animals? And I'll be like, yes, I absolutely do. The reason why is because what truly makes us any different than animals? Name out some very poignant points besides from building fucking walls and building fucking buildings and shit like that. Spiderwebs build webs with the most exquisite intricacy ever. Have you ever seen the type of shit that animals can do? It don't look like the shit that we got. They're not building this shit, but nothing that we do, I mean, we actually copy from the animals. Think about that for a moment, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that, of course, an animal is smarter than a human. What I'm saying is that we are no different than the animals, aside from the fact that we have the ability to be a bit more self-aware. We can learn to an almost infinitesimal degree. You know what I mean? If we don't allow ourselves to close up. I think our biggest gift that we have, two of the biggest gifts actually, because for a while, I always thought about this. People were talking about like, oh, you know, God, religion, this, that, and the third. And one of the things that always kind of stumped me a little bit is like, God created us in his image. Everyone is taking that as if the, you know, humans look like him, right? But I think about that differently, right? Because it's like, of course, you know, if we were cows and we were able to speak like this, our God would be a cow. If we were fucking dolphins and we could speak and build communities like this, our God would be a fucking dolphin, not a human. That shit blew my mind. So I'm like, okay, well, let's go. Let's just say that's true. Right? What if it goes deeper? What if it goes deeper? He said on the first night, God created the sun and created light or something like that. Okay, we create electricity. I'm not saying that we create light, but check this out. I think it's the ability to think and be creative. Think about that word, create. Creative. We are creative. We are creators. We are creating. That was one thing that blew my mind. I know that might sound simple to you, but to me, that sounded fucking fantastic when I first had that thought. One of God's gifts. He said he created us in our image. I think image isn't simply, I mean, cause think about it. You know, my mama just called me today. You look like this actor on this Nollywood movie. It's not maybe the physical features, but it's his mannerisms, you know? It's the mannerisms that he makes. It looks similar. His side profile is similar to you. Image. The word image. Like, it's not just a picture. It's not just a front-facing picture. An image can also be translated by the way that a person carries themselves, what that item has gone through, whose hands have been on the items. You know, like some of the most pristine, most sacred shit in the world is because some fucking whoever the hell in the world was amazing to one group of people. So now whatever this person touched, it turns into fucking like the goblet of fire or something. Look at Michael Jackson's fucking gloves. Look at all the shit that happens. Oh my God, he sneezed on this napkin. Oh, BTS. I'm never gonna wash this napkin. Like, you know what I mean? It's like people do crazy shit. I don't know. It's wild. My bad, you guys. My bad. I probably went too far with that. But anyways, you get the point, man. People do crazy things because of what is associated with the item. And to me, that's also what creates the image. That's what we see. That's what it all creates, the image, right? The more you know about a person, the more you know. Like, I thought about this when I was traveling. I'm like, damn. Like when you hear about people going to all these places like Bora Bora, the Dubai or whatever, you usually see the buildings, the nice grand landscape and shit like that. You know, this, that, and then it's like when you actually go to these places, it's like, I mean, it does look nice. I mean, it's cool. I don't know. I mean, it's like, what do you expect? It's like, I wasn't expecting a carnival, you know, a big billboard with my fucking name on a neon sign and flashing lights and shit like that. But I mean, I just thought, I see it all over the world. It's got shit. Look at here. Here's the video. It's got 1 million views, 5 million, 85 million views on this house. It's like I thought it was just gonna be more than, and so that's what it's like. It's because there's no substance there. There's no substance. The more you know about a person, the more you know about a thing, makes it that much more special. And so we are creators. We create. We can create shit. That was the first thing. The second thing that I felt like is a godly gift that we have is self-awareness. I don't know though. I just want to start the conversation. It may not be self-awareness, but I think that's a little bit of self-awareness can go a long way, you guys. And it's huge. It's really huge. This world moves so fast. I think that people try to mentally move along the same way, but they're not connected. And so their mind moves far. It sees all this crazy shit. But the body, the emotions, and the spirit don't travel with the mind when we're like looking on this type of shit and stuff like that, you know what I mean? That's why, young people come off young. I was now I'm starting to see it. When I was a kid, my mom and them, everybody said I was like an old soul. I felt like I just talked different, you know what I mean? I thought of things differently, and it's like, now, almost about to hit 30, you guys. It's crazy. It's like, I was so observant. I can access like all these different points of references that point out so much that is kind of absent in today. And to me, I think that is the duty all of us have to contribute to society, at least to the ones that loved us. We owe it to them, people that loved us, the people that helped us get to certain positions in life, the people that just made us feel amazing, feel connected to the world. It is our social contract, due to the social contract we have signed, you guys, just by being born and participating in the amenities of a first Western society. We have what is known as a social contract. And I think one of those things is to influence the world. Not in a bad way. But influence the world in a way that true opinion, true speech, true communication changes your mind. It changes the pattern. It doesn't, what I mean by change your mind is like, it's not you're immediately agreeing with the person saying, no, what I mean by changes your mind is like, it jumpstarts the mind and it stimulates the brain into thinking in different avenues than it did before. Before you heard that medium, before you heard that podcast, before you heard that video, before you heard this person talk, you weren't thinking the way you're thinking now. And it's because that person gave himself permission to potentially influence the world. And they might not have even thought about it that way. And so that's another point right there. Some people just do this shit because they just do it, because this is all they know. But because you haven't been born around that, it hasn't been a part of your life, you know what I mean? It's going to take a bit more conscious effort to like have in your life and to build and shit like that. And I was watching last night I was just looking up, bored, trying to fall asleep. I was trying to look up the difference between PC and console, because I get to play Apex in one of my jobs. I was playing with the guys and they were telling me like PC is so different. You could tap straight from PC. I was like, what the fuck? You can't do this shit on a Xbox. This is what I play on Xbox. And so I was like, man, what's really the difference? So I watched this video between 60K and then 144K, right? You can see the difference once you've seen something better than what you're used to. You can tell the difference. 144K, huge difference compared to what I see on my Xbox. It's insane, actually. And so what the guy said, which I kind of noticed too, is that he said that it makes the game a little bit slower because you're so much more conscious of the parts, the small mechanical parts that are moving, you know? And so you're able to see all of what's going on in the frame, in the battleground. It makes your mind think of so many different more possibilities than as if you were to just do something that you're like, you can just go on autopilot with, right? Something that you're used to. Like, and so, okay, I'm sorry. The metaphor I'm trying to make is, once you are aware of something, it's hard to be unaware of it. Once you see something, it's hard to unsee it. How many times have you seen somebody do something, you're like, what the fuck? I can't believe that person would do that. I look at them differently now. I guess I didn't know something. You know what I mean? It's like you can't unsee what you saw. And so it's like, until you're self-aware, splashing in a little bit of self-awareness and how you might be coming off to people, those are like things that actually level your fucking character up. That shit levels your character up in the world. Your person who you are in the world. The more ways you can find to be self-aware in moments, you actually, it opens up the world of possibility. Though these are like the little dragon keys or fucking the key cards or some shit that you need in order to open up a door that you previously had any access to. When you hear opportunities, and where do you get self-awareness? That's a great question. I'm glad you asked. You get self-awareness through other people. Not just only through other people, but other people in relation to yourself. Other people in relation to the self that you want to be. In relation to so many different things, you guys. There's so many different things that can inspire you to go on a path of self-awareness. But I think what, at the end of the day, what matters is you gaining some self-awareness. Because yes, it does matter what brought you to self-awareness. If you just killed 10 people, slaughtered them with a fucking machine gun, and now you're like, okay, I'm self-aware. I mean, there still should be consequences for that type of shit. But I think it's still a good point to drive on self-awareness. And I wonder why we don't do that in society. I think, if so many billions of people were to be able to think self-aware and start thinking like in a self-aware manner, I think I don't know. I think that the powers that be think that society would collapse. And maybe it would. Maybe it would. Shit. Think about all the self-aware people who figured out that they could continue to grow, continue to learn things. They could actually shape the world in front of them. The world might end that way. Might end up being that way. And that, you guys, might actually genuinely be the destruction of society. When there's not one Gideon, but 2 Gideons, 3 Gideons, 4 Gideons, 10, 20, 100 Gideons. People that are unhinged, unafraid to bend and break the rules of society. Everyone, when I see IShowSpeed shit, like, because like I'm like, this shit is still kind of brand new to me. It's very brand new to me. I mean, I used to be a watcher, a viewer, shit like that. I'm in a weird age where I was able to be without technology for that's even a lie too. I grew up playing like video games since I was 3. My dad introduced me to Madden. I played Madden. And then I just jumped into like so many other games, you guys, like fucking Frogger, fucking Call of Duty, and then Gears of War, and then, you know what I mean? The list goes on. And so I also saw YouTube. I remember having to dial up internet just to access like YouTube and shit like that, you guys, where I would watch like videos of other people being good at Gears of War. People weren't as good at video games as they are now, because now we get to see all this knowledge and shit like that, you guys. It's so... It's like I'm in a weird the age group of I would say like 35, and you can be on the cusp of this too, you guys, like 35 to like 26 25 or 26, like at a weird age. Where we kind of grew up. We kind of knew a world without technology and social media. And then, you know, now here it is. But that's just my prediction. And so I say all that to say that it's like, there's a fake I Show Speed, you know, a white boy M. Now, of course, I know what you're saying is like unpopular opinion, you guys. Like, let's just be real about this. People love to copy successful people often. Like, they copy them often, and so I think that, I mean, why wouldn't we see other people copying some of the bigger YouTubers out there? There's going to be another, like, society almost demands variety in things that we see and that we feel are fucking like amazing and novel. You know what I mean? It's like, I like this. I just wish it was a little bit softer. I wish it was a little bit wider. I wish it was a little bit more Hebrew. You know what I mean? It's like everyone is society demands it. If it's a popular product like something like that, society's gonna demand the other variants of it. You know what I mean? And so, what would society look like with 30 iterations of Gideon? You know what I mean? I think, of course, the way Gideon is like, I don't think Gideon is a menace to society. I think he's absolutely, he's an innovator. What I mean by innovator is he's not only, by putting it online, he inspires, because people are able to see the power he has socially. Maybe not everyone is thinking like this. Maybe this is the way I'm thinking about it. You know what I mean? And so it's like, why wouldn't another person want that for themselves? I Show Speed has somebody doing that. And everyone is claiming White Boy M is doing that, right? He's like, I want what I Show Speed has. So I'm going to be him. I'm just saying, don't you think that that'll worsen 5-10 years down the road? Where there's lots of people. I think that this new generation, I think we'll have to really see how they grow up and they integrate into the general population, because it's starting to feel like they're a lot more unhinged, you know? It's like they're here and we're ready to fuck shit up. And I think at that point, that's where when life as we kind of know it changes. This is right here the point that I'm trying to get to. I think that where I'm always missing from people when they say, like, you know, all great civilizations fall at a certain point. And I've always wanted to know, like, what specifically, like, in society is, and I know it's not just like one specific thing, but give me something specific. Okay, go to the economic route. Okay, talk about how recession, you know, this is the second quarter that the GDP has shrunk. Okay, tell me, cool, we can go that way, but let's kind of step into some other realms of the way that civilization is lived, and the day-to-day things, the ways that we interact with each other, the moral, the collective moralities that we have and stuff like that. Like, is there enough glue between everybody in society that can maintain a society? If that starts to whittle down, the more that, you know, like, I don't know. And it's like, it makes me think that the bullshit, the fuckery is something we can all relate to at like an animal instinct. And so, like, that allows us all to kind of bind together. You know how it's not intellectual thought, it's not self-awareness, it's not like understanding how the economy really works. It's like we have systems built here that just are made to make you another piece in the system. And if they're not made to make you in that direction, they're made to put us in a position that maintains the current structure of order, where the higher ups can still kind of keep a great level of distance between them and us. And it's not always a bad thing. Let me tell you, it's not always a bad thing. The reason why is because if you got nice shit, right? You got nice shit, man or woman, whatever. And you trying to move to you want to be in a good neighborhood. Like, let's be real about it. You don't want to be next to no fucking known gangbangers. Yeah, what the fuck? Yeah, you real as shit in the streets. You always slide for your homies, but damn it, I gotta work tomorrow, man. I'm trying to come back to the shit that I done worked hard for. Got a family here or whatever. I'm just trying to have sex with my girl. I'm just trying to fucking make some video. Whatever you trying to do. You know what I mean? It's like, damn, I want to do that in peace. I don't want to have to worry about the shit, the beef that you got and some great straight bullet hole coming to my... You know, it's like, I want to go to another neighborhood. We got shit to do. We got shit, you know? And it's just like, it's that right there that really separates a lot of, but we uphold that shit too. The biggest, the highest clout, the best people have done the craziest, most demonic, most like criminal type of shit, are known for it. You know what I mean? And as a society, we can all relate to the gangs, the mafia bosses, the Don Corleones and shit like that. And so it's like, I think that's a great way to keep people together, right? But if we were to have too much peace and actually think and actually rationally communicate, don't you think some shit would change? I don't know. You know what I mean? I think that positions of power would be shifted. And of course I'm drunk and high at the same time, but it's like, it's actually just like genuinely crazy when you really think about it. Like, just imagine these conversations going on like when you turn on NBC, when you turn on CNN. I'm sure BBC, you know, has some, but there's always certain propaganda, certain structures behind specific voices. You know what I mean? I think that, and I wish that maybe later down the road, you guys, this would be something crazy. It's like, what if there was a law that made like influencers of a certain level be held liable by court to disclose to the community, to the public, what brands they represent, and so we could all kind of like see every single brand that these like influencers signed a deal with. That would be fucking insane and crazy. I don't think I would want that, but just what if, you guys? Like, that's kind of crazy to think about, man. It's like the way the monitoring and shit like is going. Is it really that far fetched? Is it really that far fetched? But man, I'm waiting on that Dragon Ball Z Fortnite collaboration. Honestly, I know some people don't play it that often, that much. But that's for us, man. That's for my generation. Fuck these little kids, man. Fuck y'all. This is for us. This is for... And now I see how my mom and all of them were saying, like, oh, this is for us to try. I couldn't understand. And so, you know. With that being said, though, you guys, I'm out. Unedited. That's when I'm gonna start making my weekend updates, just raw and unedited. I think that'll be good. That'll be a nice little like trend. Yeah, I think I'm gonna start doing that. And it'd be nice. It'd be a lot more relaxed and it'd be a lot more like intimate. So you'd be able to actually get to know a little bit me, other sides of me, you know. So, anyways, it's your brother Trey, man. I'm out. I'll see y'all later.